To be able to create walking bass lines as a bass player is a fantastic skill. In this video, I'm going to take you through a very simple bass line. Hi there, I'm Dan from onlinebasscourses.com, and if you want weekly bass lessons to really improve your bass playing, then make sure you subscribe by clicking the button below. Walking jazz bass lines are really characterized by the bass playing on every single beat of the bar. And not only does that provide a rhythm that's very important for that style of music, but also the other real main role in this style is outlining the chord tones as they go by and the harmony. So you're the real bridge between the rhythm section and all the melody instruments. So I'm just going to press play and just show you how to play this very simple bass line, break it down for you a little bit, and then I'll show you how you might embellish it a little bit later. So all that's going on here from a theory point of view is a series of 2/5 chords moving down a tone every time. So we've got E minor 7, which I'm playing chords here, I'll show you. I'm playing first finger on the 12th fret of the E string, second finger, third finger on the 12th of the D and the G strings. Keep your third finger there, put your first finger on the 11th fret of the D string, second finger on the 12th fret of the A string, and that's your D7. And I'm just moving down 2 frets at a time. Finally ending up, that's a 2/5 to the 1, which is the B flat major 7. So we're changing to 3 different keys, but the bass line is exactly the same every time. We're starting with your little finger on the 9th fret of the G string, and really I'm just walking down a Dorian mode in a certain shape. Dorian mode is a mode from the major scale. It's used a lot over 2 chords. And there are lots of other ways to play this. And you play it any way you like, as long as it's those notes for now. It is a Dorian mode all the way down, but we hit the A, exactly where that A7 is. And that is just the pattern. Just move that down 2 fret. And again. And then for the B flat, just using triads here. Are we using triads? Yeah, that's a triad. B flat to D to F. That's the first, the third, and the fifth of the B flat major 7 chord. Now it really does help to know all your arpeggios as a bass player. This is a kind of idea of a line we're walking down in a kind of scale type way. And you can also use arpeggios, something like this. So what you can do is you can download the backing track using the link below, and you can practice not only this very simple bass line, but to expand it yourself too. And I'll show you now how using rhythm and different notes and arpeggios that you might go about sort of embellishing this a little bit. There, I just used the same bass line, but just added a bit of rhythm. Now, if you listen to the ride cymbal there, it's playing a swing feel. That's really, really important when you're playing jazz bass lines, is to know that if this is the beat, if these are the beats, the 8th notes are swung. So really important to get that swing feel going. So practice that when you're playing along to the backing track. You don't have to descend all the time. You can start, if you're thinking in the first instance you've got E minor 7 to A7. That's a E minor 7 arpeggio, A7 arpeggio. You can play around with that. Adding interest to walking lines comes from exploiting that the swing feel. Really, really important. You're kind of a drummer. You're playing with the drummer. You're the rhythm section, but you can really add some interest. Ray Brown's a great bass player to listen to for those kinds of ideas. But then connecting up the different chords is really the game when you're playing walking bass lines. If you can connect up the lines really smoothly, then you're doing a good job. But whilst also keeping that pulse, that rhythmic walking thing, that's your job in really any bass line. I'm doing this series of different styles, but the constant thread is the groove, playing in time, keeping everyone really aware that there's a really solid foundation going on. So whilst, you know, I'm showing you how to play fills and things like that, don't ever let those get in the way of the groove. So what I would recommend that you do is play this bass line exactly as it's written, really, really slowly. Just get used to that. Then add a few rhythms in, and then learn the different arpeggios that you can play, and then mess around with that. I hope you found that useful, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for these other videos that I'm doing, and check out the channel. I've got loads more videos on theory and how to use that. We did some chord progressions here. I've got chords, so do check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.